years, I've seen cleaners bring hoses in all different types of ways. Now, I've already brought my solution line in, I've already hooked up my water hose, I'm about to bring my vacuum hose in. Like I mentioned, through the years, I mentioned 4 different ways I've seen people bring their vacuum hoses in. And we settled on our company one particular way because it's the safest and most effective way. So first of all, I'd like to show you the ways that I don't recommend. Number one, I've seen cleaners just grab the hose, pull it all down like this, put a big old pile here, and then walk inside the house with it. The problem with that is, as you're maneuvering around corners and stuff, even if you have corner guards, you're liable to do some damage. Okay. The second way I've seen people do it is they'll take and pull the hoses down and wrap it around their body and go in circles. Now, to me, that doesn't make sense. It's just going to make you dizzy, and it's very difficult to release as you walk inside the house. Okay. The third way that I don't recommend is just grabbing the hose and walking into the home. Why do I say that? Because it's very simple to mess up a wrap or paint if you're turning a corner or something like that. So always take all your hose out first, then maneuver yourself into the house. Now I'm going to show you the way that I recommend bringing the vacuum hoses in and the way I teach all my techs. First of all, I take the hose and I point it towards the house, okay, straight outward. All right, and then I pull down and I let it touch right around my toes. Then I take and just fold it right over the arm. Do it again. And then keep on doing this. Let it touch right about where your feet are. Keep on going. And what I'll normally do is I found 50 foot inside the home will get me just about anywhere. And of course, after I brought my solution line in, I already know about how much vacuum line I need in. So here I need about 75 feet. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull it to about the 75 foot mark and then work my way inside the house. Right about there. Now, before I start going in the home, I like to take and just throw it up on your shoulder like that. Makes it a lot easier to carry. Then you start walking inside the house. Take a look. One thing else I want to mention. I recommend always, like in my DVD, setting up corner guards. But I've noticed through the years, stopping and observing other cleaners, they don't have corner guards on hand. So what I'm going to do is show you this is a very effective way to do it and minimize the damage on corners. So I'm going to leave my corner guards out here and give you a show. So take a look. Okay, another advantage to carrying the hose this way is it keeps it up off the ground. You don't have to worry about tracking into the customer's home or getting dirt or water, especially if it's raining outside, from the concrete or grass. Now, as you start to walk in, just drop one section at a time. You work your way in gradually. Now you notice I'm just gradually dropping the hose and watching my corners. Not even touching the corners. Gradually dropping the hose one section at a time. So you notice I just keep gradually working my hoses down softly, especially if they're painted surfaces. Even though this was wood stain, I work my way up the stairs, dropping the hoses gradually and softly. And one thing I found out too is generally in a larger home, having your 50-foot hose section right at the bottom of the stairs will get you through the whole stairs. That's a nice little tip. All right. Now you notice I already have my solution line in, like I mentioned, and I also have my wand in, and for good reason. With today's truck mounts having so much power, it's really important to make sure you have your wand in before you cut your machine on. Why? Because you can do damage to customers' furnishings. Worse yet, you can hurt a pet or even a child. Just hook it up to your wand, and then go on outside, start your machine up, and get to cleaning.